Every man in life has been given the burden of responsibility. You must develop into someone who is responsible as a provider, protector, and leader for yourself and your family. We are told that we need to maximize our looks, money, and status to get the best opportunity to attract the most desirable mate we can. But what really is the most important trait men need to have to get the women they want? Is it looks? Is it confidence? Is it status? Believe it or not, there is one trait that binds all of these together. The most attractive trait that every man should develop is competence. Now, competence is simply the state of being good at something. But the thing is, as a trait, competence is actually quite complex. There are multiple aspects of competence that tie into attractiveness, and I've identified 3 of them. The first one is perception. When you see a good-looking guy, what are your immediate impressions of him? They're probably positive, right? Well, this is due to what's known as the halo effect. So you see this good-looking guy and you think that he's attractive, but you also start to pursue positive traits about him as well. He must also be smart, nice, and charismatic, right? But when you look at a not so attractive guy, you make that obvious judgment on his looks. But you also have the opposite thoughts when it comes to his intelligence, character, and social skills. The thing about looks is that aside from how someone looks naturally, there's a good amount of expression and control that they have over everything else. Like when you don't take care of your skin, you don't wear clean clothes, and you don't take the time to look presentable. You're surrendering the power to make a good impression. But if you actually do it, then there's great power in that as well. You can physically demonstrate that you're thoughtful, that you have a level of care in your presentation, and that you're capable of making meaningful effort. That's attractive as hell. This line of thinking is also heavily tied into one's physique. Having a muscular body visually demonstrates strength. Strength can be used as a force to be assertive and dominant, but it can also be used for protection. This is why bigger and more muscular men were more likely to be leaders during primitive times. Now, while the muscles aren't as necessarily needed for survival in modern times, they are still an instinctual trigger of attraction. Again, with the halo effect, muscular men are perceived to be more physically capable and thus capable in other aspects. Now, while muscles aren't as necessarily needed for survival in modern times, they are still an instinctual trigger of attraction. Again, with the halo effect, muscular guys are perceived to be more physically capable and thus they are perceived to be capable in other aspects than skinny guys. The second aspect is confidence. The reason why confidence is not the most attractive trait is because it is a byproduct of confidence. You can only feel confident in something if you've done it before or if you know you're more than capable. When it comes to personal interactions where we want to be perceived well, if we're nervous or not confident in our ability to do that, we're told to fake it till we make it. But the irony about that is that if you do make it, you'll no longer have to fake it. It's a paradox. So the concept here is that the first step to becoming good at anything is to be bad at it first. You accept the opportunity cost of time, energy, and maybe money at whatever you're doing to get feedback on where you're at, then you can calibrate and improve on it from there. Of course, there are varying degrees of difficulty in succeeding in different aspects, but practice makes perfect. Successful people cultivate success by becoming competent, and they develop utmost confidence in their crafts. The third aspect of competence is congruence. We can perceive competence in someone who looks and acts confident, but the most surefire way to demonstrate competence is to have irrefutable evidence of it. Like when you look good and you feel good, you also have to be able to do good. If you try to attract someone by creating a false persona of yourself, sooner or later, you're going to get exposed, and that will make things worse than if you didn't do it at all. This is where the advice of fake it till you make it falls apart. Sometimes, a white lie or two, or trying to portray being someone that you're not, can be too much. It can actually be detrimental. But you can't let that deter you from trying and from doing your best. Because if you do try and fail, that's okay. You now have a learnable experience to work with. So the most surefire way of having people believe you're good at something is to actually become good at it. Why are the best athletes in the world considered as such? Because they win, and you can't dispute that. Accomplishments are irrefutable pieces of evidence of one's ability to perform. And racking up small wins and the bigger ones is how you back up the fact that you can walk the talk. So to put it all together, competence is the most attractive trait because it encompasses 3 aspects. You need to look like you're good at doing things, you need to be comfortable about being able to do those things, and you actually have to be able to do those things at a high level. The reason why I was able to accomplish so much in my own personal journey was because I saw the need to get better at a lot of different aspects, and I took the time and effort to do so. Like for fitness, I didn't come into this world hoped up or pumped with super soldier serum. I started with sticks for limbs and hit the gym regularly with the intention of getting stronger and building muscle. I had to learn about exercise forms, dieting, and body management to make the gains that I did. And I can say with certainty that I look better than, like physically, and am stronger than most people in this world. When it came to dating, I realized that I had to get better at dealing with women. So to do that, I had to put myself out there to talk to them. And of course, I didn't start off so hot, but I was learning each time that I tried. And just from putting myself out on dating apps, I've probably been rejected thousands of times without me knowing. But I've also gotten hundreds of opportunities. And with each opportunity, I got to assess where I was and find weak points in my game to improve upon. And on my quest to improve my dating prospects, I branched out to developing other skills. I worked on communication, seduction, sales, marketing, digital presentation, and I also got into self-photography, fashion, and skincare. I'm well versed in numerous skills and topics, and many people can't say that about themselves. And so now I can tell and show you that I know myself and what I'm good at. And I've helped other people succeed by sharing what I know. People see me as a mentor, a leader, and a role model. And becoming who I am has made me more attractive to more women than most guys because they can see that I'm someone who looks good and can provide a good time. I look like I can hold a good conversation, can talk about numerous topics and connect deeply through them, can provide good feelings during an interaction, and can move things along during a date because, well, I can actually do those things. And this all started from me not being able to do any of those things at all. But I learned how to. So simply put, if you want to be a more attractive man, then you need to learn how to be more attractive and manifest it. That is a skill in itself. You're not going to be great from the start, but if you put in the right time and effort, you can. And then you can be truly confident because you have built confidence through competence. And that's the end of this video. If you're still here, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. And if you gained any value of it, you should give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you have any thoughts or questions, and if you're interested in joining a community based on self-improvement topics such as fitness, fashion, and dating, come join the Basecamp Discord. If you'd like to schedule a consultation call with me, link is down below, and I'll also leave my email if you'd like to send me a personal question. That's all for now. Stay based, y'all. Bye-bye.